Richard Villa Comedy presents.
Speed. Want to try it again?
The Richard Villa Podcast. The Richard Villa Podcast.
That's right, we're live.
The Richard Villa Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to this very special Richard Villa Podcast episode. I had the pleasure of interviewing Franco Escamilla. If a lot of you guys might not know him, he's more a big name in Mexico and Latin America, but he is one of the biggest names out there in Latin America now coming to the U.S. And I've had the pleasure of working not only next to this guy, opening up, touring all over the world with him in the country, but also have the pleasure of interviewing him in English for the very first time. So I hope you enjoy this special episode of the Richard Villa Podcast with Mr. Franco Escamilla's first English interview. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Richard Villa Podcast. I am your host, Richard Villa. Today, it is a very, very special podcast. The man that I'm interviewing right now is somebody that I look up to. Is one of the people that really, the key element for my success in what is Spanish comedy is basically took me under his wing. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and one of the most talented people you'll ever meet. Not only in Spanish, because he's already dominated that world, but be careful of the U.S., because he's coming, and he's ready for you. I want to introduce a good friend of mine, Mr. Franco Escamilla. Hello, Franco.
Hello, Richard.
Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Now, his first language is Spanish. So
my only language.
His only language. So for him to really do this interview in English, this is a really tough task for him. Do you understand? This is not something he does every single day. He's done a million interviews in Spanish, not a problem. But right now, we're doing it in English. So we're really pushing the boundaries here with him. You
do, yeah.
If he really messes up on a word or anything, be patient. Understand, motherfucker. Try to make the fucking interview in Spanish, dick.
Exactly. Maybe there's some people who can talk Spanish and English. And they're going to say, yeah, I speak two languages. Okay, so I speak sign languages.
Yeah.
Mexican sign language.
Yeah. Oh, and there is that such a
and
thing?
And I learned Japanese, so fuck you.
So you're learning Mexican sign language?
Yeah, Mexican sign language.
See, I didn't know that. Is there a difference in languages?
I mean, it's not even a difference between if you say like Mexican and North American sign language. I mean, it's not Spanish and English sign language. Every country has
their own sign language?
Yeah, their own sign language.
How does that make fucking sense, bro?
I mean, it doesn't.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you Mexicans are only going to speak Spanish, and you Mexicans are only going to speak English, and you other Mexicans are going to speak German.
Yeah.
You are all Mexican. You are all deaf.
Exactly.
So why would you change the language?
Deaf people could say the same thing about us. Why are you speaking English, Russian, German?
Well, that's true. If you're all human.
Yeah, you're human and you can talk and you can listen. So why are you inventing so many languages?
So is there a special reason why you were learning sign language?
I was trying to tell a joke only using sign language, like a joke only for deaf people.
Mm-hmm.
And I hired this lady. She's an expert in sign language.
Okay.
She's a number one translator in Nuevo León.
Okay.
I mean, when the president comes, she's the one they call
to do the speeches.
Do the sign language. I mean, it's easier to do the sign language for López Obrador because he speaks so slow.
López Obrador is the current president right now in Mexico.
Our president. And
your president. I have my own problems here.
Oh, you wanna play that game? Who's suffering more? You're gonna lose, buddy.
Yeah, who has it worse, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you want to play who has it worse?
You had Obama before Trump, so you were in a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, there was 8 years of a beautiful marriage.
8 years, right?
8 years.
8 years
yeah,
of a beautiful relationship, and now you get the
shitty ex-wife.
I don't know. but with Mexicans, we went like 50,000 years of bad relationship, and then we got this. So yeah, okay. We are kind of.
So it was shitty 50 years, and then all right, this is what you need: another fucking shitty 4 years more.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm very curious because the level you are playing in the United States right now is it feels like you came in and you skipped, meaning you skipped. You just went straight to the major leagues, and I understand why. There was a big demand for you here. People wanted to see you, and you were that big in social media and in these platforms like Facebook and Instagram that I understood there was that demand. If you would have done such a small club, a lot of people would have stayed outside. So I understand why when you come into the U.S., you come into the Microsoft Theater.
Yeah.
And that's what I want my listeners to understand. I'm not talking to a comedian that left this country to see what happens out here.
Yeah.
This motherfucker came with a work visa. Do you understand?
Yeah. That's the funny part. I came here with a working visa because I asked that to my manager and my representative.
My reps, my agencies, and my booking agent. My booking agent here in the US.
They were trying to bring me here to the US like 5 years ago, and I say I can't. I need a working visa. And they say, you don't really need one. We can do some movements, maybe some charity work, and they gonna give you a small permission, like for a couple days, and you'll be fine. And I was like, no, I want a working visa, because the first time I go to the U.S., when the people in immigration, they ask me, why are you here? I want to say, I'm here for work, Bennett.
I'm here to work,
I'm here to work. So deal with it.
Ha ha.
Yeah. I was like, you sure? Yeah. Look at this. This is my old one.
Have you ever had any problems crossing?
Nah, never. The people here are really nice. I mean, I heard these horror stories about racism and segregation
in Mexico.
Yeah.
So among you guys in Mexico, you would say, "Oh, don't go to the U.S."
Yeah, don't go to the U.S. because the people who doesn't speak Spanish is gonna be rude with you. It's gonna be like, we don't want you here. I don't know, that kind of vibe.
Well, you know what? If it was 5 years ago, I maybe would have argued with you. Now, I don't know if I can, bro. Do you understand? Like, I don't know if I can say that's not true. Because look at the situation we're living here now. Like,
yeah, I mean,
maybe
there's
but
always
back then,
people who's an asshole. I mean,
anywhere.
Yeah, this is not a matter of race, of where country are you.
You're from.
You're from. Thank you. So if you're an asshole in all languages and all levels. So
it trespasses. It appears through all.
And if you are nice, it doesn't matter your color of your skin. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Did you study? Did you work? People who's nice don't care about that things. It's only the assholes worries about that. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Were you scared?
For what?
Were you scared that nobody was going to show up? Were you scared that you were going to fail?
No, like nobody.
But you knew that were you fearing failure coming to the U.S.? Was that ever something that you thought about?
Failure is always a possibility. Always. People who say, no, I don't even know the meaning of the word. You're stupid. Yeah. You're going to fail a lot.
You're going to fail a lot if you don't know the meaning.
I got failures down there in Mexico.
So you went through failures in Mexico?
Yeah. So there's this small town called Fresnillo, Zacatecas. Mm-hmm. I sell like 15 tickets. So we had to cancel the show. And that's only 5 hours away from Monterrey.
Your home, where you're from, Monterrey.
Yeah, so this is my audience, this is my people, and I still fail. So why I no iba a fallar?
Yeah, why would you think this wouldn't fail coming to the U.S.?
Why should be different in another country?
Yeah,
because there's a lot of Mexicans here, but not all they know me, Mm-hmm. So, or maybe they know me, but they don't want to spend dollars to see me.
Yeah, they would say it's not worth it.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna say like, he's Mexican, he lives in Mexico, he doesn't understand what people lives, the Mexican Americans lives. So there's a different humor, there's a different kind of jokes. It's not gonna work, but it does, and I'm happy about it.
But why do you think? Okay, so I understand your concern. You're going, yeah, I understand. I'm going to go over there, but maybe these people don't understand my humor because they're Mexican American or they're from the U.S., so I'm totally going to be irrelevant to them. So when you get here, you see it blows up. What was the difference between both audiences? Is there a difference between both audiences? Because I'm listening at this podcast. If I'm a comic, you already went through this.
Yeah,
So I want to know, is there a difference in the audiences?
of course.
In which one is better, in your opinion? Not better, but which one do you like the
Yeah,
most?
there's not a better one. I mean, people who lives Mexican people who lives in United States are more louder is the word. Like they scream,
Yeah.
they whistle,
Yeah.
more than in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, but there's a huge difference.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
they
would
more
think it would be different.
passionate. No, because this is what I think. Okay, people live in America and they're happy living here, but they miss some of their culture.
Yeah.
And I'm part of their culture. I'm Mexican.
Yes.
Yeah, they are Mexican, and they see and they hear me, my accent.
Yes.
There's a difference. The way people talk in here and we talk in Mexico, there's an accent, and they hear me, and maybe they hear in his relatives.
An aunt,
Yeah,
a mom, a grandpa.
he sounds like my cousin Diego,
Yeah.
and Diego was an asshole. So I think there's a lot of people who hear my accent and feel a little of Mexico.
Yeah, nostalgic.
Yeah, the nostalgic.
They feel
Exactly.
nostalgic. They feel like, wow, it's a piece of Mexico.
And we
That's-
did our homework. I mean, the first country I visited outside Mexico was Argentina.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Argentina, there's almost none Mexicans there. So we went to this beautiful theater for 500, maybe 600 people, and I only could sell 250 tickets. So it was half the theater.
Uh-huh.
But I was happy because we were way far from home, and we prepared the show. I mean, when I arrived to a town, I asked the people, "How do you say this word?"
So you do your research. As soon as
Yeah.
you get into town, you're asking the
That's
locals.
a lot of prep. That's
Yeah.
a lot of prep. And when my manager said we're going to Los Angeles, Microsoft Theater, are you gonna make a range to the show, or are you gonna?
Are you going to make any changes?
Yeah,
Are you
you're
gonna adapt
letting
anything?
it just as the same in Mexico. And I say, no, we need to study. We need to ask people. And we start our homework, and it was the same words. Exactly the same joke works down here or in Mexico. It's the same jokes.
Do you think it's because of social media? Do you think the fact that your fans already got a taste of it because of YouTube?
Yeah.
That they already knew
Yeah,
what
there's
to
a lot of
expect?
help of social media. And also, we try to make a show who's not local. When I started doing comedy, I was really, really local. I work in Unicornio Azul. There's
Unicornio
comedy
Azul
bar.
is a comedy bar, sorry.
Yeah, this bar is like 30 years old, so a lot of comedians went to that bar, and it's such a historical place. It's a legendary stage. So I was working in Monterrey, and my show was only for people who lives in Monterrey. Like inside jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time I went to another city was Saltillo, Coahuila, and just an hour trip, so they understand 80% of the jokes. But I know that there's a lot of jokes.
So you noticed that there was a lot of jokes
that didn't
just-
work here, so I need to do jokes who works in most of the cities of Mexico.
Material that's generic to
Exactly.
everybody. Everybody can relate to.
And this is
Well, now,
hard.
were we talking about the beginning of your career where you were just very localized? You only talked
I was
about
local like 5 years, maybe 6.
That
And
your
then-
material depended on.
Exactly. If
on
you
people,
are from Monterrey, you laugh.
you
if
laugh.
you're not, maybe you're not.
Yeah, you're not gonna lie.
But I want a more. Like I want to go to the Mexico City. I want to go to Guadalajara, Tijuana, and they don't gonna understand all the jokes. And I need they understand. The comedy is 100%. You need to understand what I'm saying.
Of course.
This is why I don't do
English
comedy.
No, but let me tell you, I'm not kissing your ass or anything, but your English is great. I've heard my dad's English. It's really fucked up. Yours is amazing. We can understand you.
I forgot I had to apologize to the people who doesn't speak Spanish, and they are get in trouble with what the fuck do they say?
Look, why don't you leave a comment? If you think his accent sucks, let him know.
No, please don't comment. I don't need that. Okay, I have this little ego and I need that for work. So
Okay.
just say okay, you try.
Good try. Hey,
Good
you'll
try.
get there, bro. You'll get there.
Yeah, but
You haven't answered another question, bro.
Oh.
Which side do you like the most?
I can't say that because it's really different. I mean, it's the same comedy, but it's a different audience. Sometimes I want a loud audience. Sometimes I need that. Sometimes I feel a little down, and people
Bring you back up.
yeah,
Their energy will bring you back
pump
up.
me up.
Yeah.
So I really miss sometimes performing in the US because I need that kind of clapping and and shouting. And sometimes I really need to perform a more quiet show, maybe for 100 people and feel more cozy, is the word, like intimate. Yeah.
Feel it a little more intimate. And there's a lot of listen. There's Joe Coy. Joe Coy could easily do big, massive theaters. And Joe Coy is an English comedian, very successful. I'm letting the audience know that they're listening, but he chooses not to.
Okay.
He tells the improv, I don't care how much more money I can make. He says, I'd rather just do 3 days at the improv and have an intimate show with my fans and give them 6 shows.
That's really strange because that's like being handsome and with a good body and choose to be a virgin, you know? Like, I'm not gonna fuck until I get married. And I'm handsome, you know that.
What a waste.
Yeah, we the ugly people, we say things like that. Like, yeah, I'm virgin by choice. Yeah, not your choice.
That's your choice. Actually, their choice.
Yeah, exactly their choice.
But he chooses that intimacy. You know what I mean? For you, is that important, or it's long as it's a show?
Man, I really need bigger audiences to feel all the adrenaline.
But don't you think that you'll lose some of them? For example, let's say you did Dodger Stadium.
Nah, that's too big.
Okay, let's say Staples Center.
That's a lot of people.
Now, do you feel like you're connecting with all of them when there's that many people?
That depends on people. When we perform the Arena Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City Arena,
Yes.
they weigh 14,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you say it?
Yeah, 14,000. Yeah,
40,000 and
14,000.
change.
And change, yes. Yeah, it was about like 14,500 people.
I don't
or
know
something,
how many
600,
exactly,
yeah.
but that was a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when you come out stage, you feel your legs shaking, your mouth is dry, and your heart is beating like
It's pounding.
yeah, it's pounding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's exciting, and you can feel the people is feeling the same way. They are excited, and they hear the roar of the audience, and they get contagious with that energy. So I don't think it's maybe the people on the really back.
Yeah, if you're broke, you're gonna miss this shit out of
don't
this.
feel the same way, but I believe they actually enjoy the show because that's I went to shows as an audience,
As an audience member.
as an audience member, and I was broke as shit. Okay, so I was really broke. I get mad when people say I'm broke, and they say, "Nah, you're not broke. You're not.
No,
you don't know what broke is." Okay.
Have you been that broke?
Yeah,
How
of
broke?
course.
What was the lowest, bro? What was the lowest for you where you said, God damn, is it ever going to get better? Was
Okay.
there a moment?
There was a moment. I had this girlfriend, Gabby.
Uh-huh.
She's my wife now.
Okay.
But we were just boyfriends.
Mm-hmm. Boyfriend and girlfriend?
Boyfriend and
You were
girlfriend,
just
yeah.
getting started. You were just dating.
And we get into a big fight because I didn't have any money to see her at her house. So I don't have money for gasoline, and I can't pay a taxi, and I can't pay a fucking pecera for see you, you know, like
To see you.
yeah, to see you. And she went.
Tell people what pecera means, because I don't even know what
Pecera
pecera is.
is
A pecera, like a bus?
yeah, like a small
transport.
bus.
A small bus, yeah.
Actually, it's not always a bus. Sometimes it's just like this band who Fluffy loves.
Oh, the
Volkswagen.
VW Bugs
Yeah.
vans.
That one.
En pecera meaning because it only cost a peso. It only
No,
costs...
because you look like a fish in a fish tank.
Oh.
Pecera.
Okay, so the VW trucks, they
Yeah.
call them peceras,
Yeah,
and they
we call
transport
it
people.
peceras. And actually, it's funny because I went to Gabriel's house.
Yes.
And he has one pecera
Uh-huh.
with fish inside. And I say, hey, you should like a pecera.
Like a pecera. And I bet you he did the same thing I did. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, so I was broke and I didn't have any money to see my girlfriend. And my only possession was un balón de fútbol,
Soccer ball.
a soccer ball. So I used to go in the middle of the night to this little park and just hit the ball by myself. That's the only way to
Release stress?
release stress. So I kick the ball as hard as I can. And one of these times I kick it so hard, he went through the park
The ball went
to
through
the river canal, and the water take my ball away.
Oh, fuck.
So I was.
So let me just recap this one. So you're kind of big fight with your girl because you have no money to see her.
There's no money.
It's not up to you. If you could, you would be there.
Yeah.
So after the fight, you're so frustrated, you grab the soccer ball, you go to the park,
Yep.
and you start kicking it to release some stress.
Exactly, because that's my only hobby.
Yeah, the only fucking free shit you can do.
Yeah,
And so you're releasing stress. The only thing that's helping you, and you kick it, it goes to the fucking river and it goes away.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it gets dragged by the current. And
I
okay.
mean, now I can laugh, but
back then, what
back
happened?
then
The ball goes away.
I
What
didn't
happened?
laugh at all. I was crying.
How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
27 years old.
That's sad, bro.
Yeah.
I understand as a young adolescent, at a 16-year-old.
No,
you were
I wasn't a
27 years.
teenager. I was
You were a full grown man, bro.
I was a senior. Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's the time I touched ground.
You hit bottom.
Yeah, I
You
hit
hit
bottom, but so bad, and I feel really, really sad. And what am I doing with my life? I don't have any.
Now,
work.
were you doing comedy at the time?
No,
This-
it was like a year before I start comedy.
Because you were like a
I
folk
was a
singer,
musician,
right?
yeah.
You were a
I was a
musician.
musician, yeah.
A musician.
A singer, a folk singer.
A folk singer, yeah.
And I mean, when I started sing, they paid really good. You can live with only singing. But then a lot of new singers come and they go to the bars and they play for free.
They were underbidding themselves.
Yeah, so the owners say like, I really like to have you, but this guy doesn't charge me at all. So I me quedé sin trabajo.
You ended up
Yeah.
without a job?
No job for me. So right now I feel like a sad movie scene. You know, with a drone can record all that scene, because I was knees on the floor crying like there's no tomorrow for me. I was ready to kill myself right on the spot. And then I don't want to sound boring for people, and I don't want to put my religion on you. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a spiritual person, but I never start talking about that. But back then, in that little park without my soccer ball, and when my knees on the floor, I start praying, and I say, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna try one more time, and that's it. If this time doesn't work, I need to kill myself. This is no life for real.
You were going to kill yourself at 27? I mean, you had made that conscious decision to say,
Yeah, this is my last chance.
This is my last chance.
I saw this is my last chance. I don't care. This is my last chance. So I tried to change my attitude, try to be more positive, because I was thinking, this is my last. So let's
go out with a bang.
Yeah. Let's go swinging, you know?
Yeah, let's go out swinging. Yeah.
Let's go out swinging. So I really tried it this time. I renuncié a mi ego.
You denied your ego.
I quit my ego, and I say, okay, I don't care the small pay. I don't care if the bar is really, really small. I don't care. I just want to play. And this guy, Santiago, he owns this comedy bar, and he says to me, I need a singer. who can be an opener for the comedians. And I say, okay, I'll do it. And I start singing before the comedy shows. And then I stay to see the shows, and I start to falling in love with comedy. And this night, one of my companions, my co-workers, he was a comedian. He didn't get to the stage on time. So the owner says to me, can you perform half an hour?
After you've already done the music.
Yeah, but I said, I don't have any more songs. I play just 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
I don't care. Speak to the people. I don't care. In that particular day, I was having trouble with my car for like enésima vez, again trouble with my car. And I went to the mechanic, and he says to me, you need to change the dirección hidráulica. Hydraulic direction, I don't know, is that the correct term?
You need to change something in your car that basically cost a lot of money.
Yeah, but my car didn't have that mechanismo.
It didn't have that part?
No.
It just never had it?
Never.
So you had a car that was missing something that helps it function, basically control the steering wheel.
This type of car doesn't have that kind of direction.
Okay, doesn't need that type of...
Yeah, doesn't need it. So this mechanic just was trying to steal from me.
So, okay, so he was lying to you.
Yeah, he was lying to me.
Okay.
A friend of mine told him that, and I said, oh, you're sure? So we went together, and the mechanic, my buddy says, I don't need that piece you're trying to sell me. And he was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, my mistake.
Wow.
He said it was an honest mistake. I don't know where my mind is, but I'm so sorry. I didn't try to steal you. You know, we were working like 4 years ago, so we're friends. And I said, no, we're not friends. You're fucking dead to me. Yeah. So that night I went to the bar, and the owner says to me, come on, speak half an hour. That's all I need. And I start telling people all my story. You know, like today I went to the mechanic and this happened to me, and people start laughing. And I start feeling more angry. Oh, you laughing, motherfuckers? I'm telling you.
So you were getting upset.
Yeah, I'm telling you a true story. I'm giving my heart open to you, and you laugh, motherfuckers. And people go crazy, like big laugh, you know. And I don't know, somehow I stop feeling angry, and I start feeling happy. I make these people laugh. And I start to explain myself what really happened on that day, and people clapped to me, and I went off stage, and the owner congratulates me. And he say, man, you should be a comedian. And I start thinking, maybe.
What year was this?
2007. 2007? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe like 11, 12 years ago. Yeah, 2007. No, 2006.
2006.
Yes, 2006.
Okay.
So I start thinking, okay, let's try the comedy thing. And if it doesn't work, I don't care. This is my last chance.
Yeah.
So I start doing comedy, and I feel the sadness went away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes. You weren't depressed anymore.
Yeah,
and it's
not
called
depressed
depression.
anymore.
Let me ask you.
The comedy took away my depression, and
do you think it saved your life?
Yeah, the comedy saves my life. Of course, it saves my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I was gonna ask you, how is it? Because here we're a little more open to, for example, go talk to somebody, go talk to your therapist, go talk to your shrink, go talk to somebody, because like anything else, like maintenance, your brain needs that to be able to release and make sense of the world. Meaning, you were in that park, and that bothers me, because I'm pretty sure you're not the only one that's ever felt that way.
No.
And we know of comedians here that have committed suicide for that same reason, where they feel that there's no hope. And I feel it's not a manly thing to do in Mexico for some reason, to go get help mentally.
Yeah, we are more like machos.
But you understand there is nothing to do with being macho. You understand?
I understand.
It's a health thing. It's something that you need as a human being.
But that's the way a bunch of us we were raised.
Would you change? Would you ever consider talking to somebody if you ever felt that way again?
I do.
You do talk to somebody?
Yeah, I
That's
have my
very good.
psychologist.
Okay.
I have a chaman.
A chaman?
Yeah. I meet this guy. He's a Wirarica. He's a Huichol.
Huichol, yes, I know. Okay, but these are like priests.
Yeah,
like-
I mean, he performs like soul surgery. That's what can you call it? Like cirugía del alma.
Oh, okay. He basically is a surgeon for the soul.
Yeah, like a cleaning. You know, he removes energies, and I really don't believe in any of that.
But just in case, or
You
what?
know, I mean, it feels good. So fuck it. Is it working? Yeah, let's keep on doing it.
Yeah, because that's one of the things I encourage all my friends. I said, listen, guys, if you feel like shit's not working out, because this job is tough, man.
Yeah.
This job is really tough because every day either they put you on a pedestal or they'll drop you to the floor. Audience members will let you know, and even your own fellow colleagues, you'll feel like, shit, why is he talking shit? And you start digging yourself into a hole thinking, oh, it's me. Oh, I'm not worth shit. And so after a while, I told my friends, go talk to somebody, man. Because I know you don't want to talk to me, but go get help. Go get
Yeah,
something.
or maybe right now when I feel a little sad, you know, like a little sad, just with the first symptom appears, I go to see comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I go to a show and I laugh my ass off, and now I feel better.
Okay. Now, I understand. Because
Yeah,
I've
you
been-
saw me yesterday.
Yeah, I saw you
I was
yesterday.
laughing like an
like
asshole.
a fucking little kid. I was like, what the fuck? We went to go see Joe Rogan last night at the Improv. It was really fun. It was, you know, when I was telling my wife had told me, oh, you're gonna have a great time. Go with Franco. And my rule that Willie Barcena told me was like, don't ever tell your wife what. I'm never gonna tell this. No, I shouldn't. Okay, I thought it. Never mind, I'm already talking about it. I should tell. So Willie Barcena, a senior comic I look up to, he told me, don't you
I know
ever
Willie.
tell. You know Willie
Yeah,
Barcena? Oh,
yeah, he's good.
Good friend of mine. Love Willie. Hello, Willie.
Say
So-
hello to him too.
I will.
me.
You just did.
Okay. Hello, Willie. I'm a fan. I love the gigs you do with a volleyball player, a girl, and with the compadres in the first row. He knows.
He knows. Don't worry. You know.
Yeah,
You know.
He will understand.
So he tells me, don't you ever tell your wife you're having a good time. You understand? You're working. When you're on the road, you're
Yeah,
working.
you're working.
Don't
Yeah.
you ever tell her, because she's at home hating you. And then you're like, oh, we're having a great time. Which is, for me, it's a great time.
I'm having the time of my life.
So she told me, you're going to have a great time. This is the first time you're going to go out specifically just to see comedy, and you don't do that. And it's true. You know me. I've never sat through a show. I've sat through your shows when you first released them.
Yeah.
And then whenever I hear anything new, then I say, oh, I'm going to go see that joke. How did he change that?
But when you know all the jokes,
You don't watch it again. So, and even if I haven't seen your material, I go, I don't have time. I'd rather network. Like, I have to be outside in the showroom getting gigs.
Yeah.
So I had such a good time, man. Last night was in a very long time that I sat down, watched Joe Rogan. I told you, I'm not too crazy about Joe Rogan. Last night I became a fan.
Yeah.
Last night I told you, wow.
It was a good show.
Did you see this guy?
And the openers were
great.
really good, great.
Great, really great. We're really great. The whole show was solid. The whole show was solid. I understand why it was sold out. But he told me, don't ever say you had a good time. And when I got home last night, even though it was 2:30 in the morning, my wife said, how was it? I said, it was amazing. It was great. Yeah, I haven't had a night like that in a long time where I just get to enjoy comedy, talk to friends.
Yeah, you need that.
Chit chat.
I mean, I didn't do that every week. Every once in a while, I go to see a show and I enjoy like one more of the audience. I became a fan of the performer, and I'm really happy to see comedy. I mean, I really believe we comedians need comedy in our lives. We just don't only work for comedy or to comedy. We need to live comedy. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. In terms of the comedy world, you haven't really like emerged into the LA scene yet. So I can't ask you how is it different. But I would like my listeners to understand that in Mexico, it doesn't matter where you're from as a comedian, like what you just said earlier. We're always going to have that hater. You're always going to have that guy that stole your joke. You're always going to have that guy that underbit you.
Yeah.
You're always, is this true in Monterrey? The same thing. Comics act the same way. Do they form cliques, and they don't let you in?
I was a hater.
You were a hater.
Yeah.
You were that asshole.
I was a hater, of course.
How were you a hater though?
Okay. When I was working in Unicornio Azul,
Yes.
some night this guy appears. It's a little guy, skinny one, with a little mustache, and they introduce to him. They say to me, "Hey, Franco, this is the new guy. His name is Mike Salazar. So he's gonna be watching your show, and at the end of the show, if he has some questions, be nice to him, okay? Because when you are a veteran, you need to speak to the
You need to speak to younger.
you need to speak to the young comedians and give some tips and help them. That's the correct way to do the things. So I was like, okay, and they bring to me for almost 2 months later. These 3 little guys, called the Tres Tristes Tigres, and they say to me, these guys are new, and exactly the same. Talk to him, make him feel at home, because we want to sign these guys. So that's what Unicornio Azul used to do. When I was a rookie, they bring to me India Yuridia, Jose Luis Agar. Hey, talk to the little guy because
He wants to be a
yeah,
comic.
yeah. So I was happy to
do it for them.
yeah, to do it for them. And it was just only a year, and we saw this video on YouTube of Mike Salazar. He went viral, and everyone were talking about Mike Salazar. And when I introduced to someone and say I'm a comedian, oh, you know Mike Salazar, and I was like, yeah, he's my compadre, he's my friend. Oh, and they start asking me questions about him. How is he like? And I was feeling like, fuck you, I'm not this fucking abogado.
Yeah, I'm not his rep. What the fuck?
I'm not
I'm
the rep, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you what.
And then Mike went to Televisa Mexico and started performing on TV, national TV. And Los Tres Tristes Tigres went viral too with a video, and they started a tour to all the República Mexicana.
They toured all of the
all of the country.
The entire country.
And I feel jealous because I was thinking these guys are new, they are rookies. I pay my bills on stage. I earn my wings.
Yeah.
And these guys not, and I start feeling a little jealous
You're a
about
hater,
it.
yeah.
And they were my friends.
What happened to checking your ego when you were 27?
I don't know, man.
you brought it back in?
Yeah, I brought it back. And I start feeling bad because those were my friends. And I went to Mike and I say, I'm sorry, bro. I feel jealous about you. So if
Wait, hold on. Did you guys stop talking? Did you?
No, never.
So okay, so why did you apologize? You just felt guilty for hating him?
because he doesn't perform at all in the Unicornio Azul because he's in Mexico, he's on tour.
Yeah. So you feel
So,
jealousy, but you
Some night he come back and he wants to chat with us like in the old days, and we were an asshole. We were like, oh yeah, but you're not one of us because you're from TV. You're a TV guy.
You're Mr. Hollywood. We're good now.
We're good. We're hard workers. You're just a lucky motherfucker. So maybe one time I did that to him, and then I apologized and I say I'm so sorry. I was jealous, and I.
How long was it
Like
from
a
when
week.
you like a week?
Yeah.
So you didn't take forever.
Nah.
And I'm glad you're talking about this because I'm pretty sure some of the listeners are going like, I have that situation with another friend of mine. And
Yeah,
I'm glad that if
you don't
Franco
have
can
to.
do it, I can do it.
You don't have to. This is stupid. Being jealous is just being stupid. Because this is what I was thinking back then. He's living my dream. Why is he living my dream? I worked so hard for my dream, and now he's living my dream. That's not fair. But sometimes you have to shut up yourself and say, hey, stop being so negative, okay? Shut the fuck up. Be a man.
Yeah.
He's not living your dream. He's living his dream.
Yeah.
Let him having his dream. Maybe one day you will have your dream. Maybe you never accomplish your dreams, and that's only on you. It's not his fault. He's just living his dream. He's working for his family. So stop being a
hater.
bitch.
Yeah,
Stop
stop
being
being a
a hater. And that's it. That's all you need. And I spoke to my friends. I speak to my friends, and I asked for I'm so sorry.
You asked for forgiveness?
Yeah, for forgiveness. And they forgave me because we were friends. And maybe a year and a half later, I went viral. And I started living my dream. And I was so happy, and they were so happy for me.
You.
And we hang out together. We grill some steaks.
Yeah.
And we're laughing. Hey, remember when
we
you
used
were
to
a
hate
bitch?
each other? Yeah. But let me tell you, this is a great lesson to learn, guys. Like, let me tell you something on the other spectrum of this. Mike Salazar was devastated, bro. When you guys turned your back on him,
Yeah.
let me tell you, he was devastated because he wanted to enjoy these moments with his friends, and you guys said,
needs
no,
his friends.
fuck you, go enjoy it by yourself.
Yep.
We're jealous.
Yeah, you got new friends.
Exactly. So when you come back and you say, hey, I'm sorry for acting like an asshole, he couldn't wait to forgive you because he wants to be your friend. Regardless if he's successful or not.
He didn't knew it. He say, when you were an asshole to me. And then so last week.
Oh, okay. The fucking defeats my whole fucking point here.
No, he was like, man, come on.
Okay.
It's not like this, okay?
Okay.
It's not like that between you and me.
Uh-huh.
So Mike is so innocent, so naive. Pedro Palacios from Los Tristes Tigres, he said to me, really, you were jealous? I mean, yeah. And we talked about this a year ago, again, because I said to him, I really think you don't believe me when I'm saying I fucking hate you guys because I was jealous of you. And they say, come on, man, you're living the same tour, you're sold out in theaters. Why you been jealous? And I say, before that. Okay, before that.
Before the touring, before the...
And they don't remember. And I feel like,
Fuck, why should I brought it up?
Why should I brought it up? Now I'm a real asshole.
But you knew. You understand? But you knew. And one of the key things you just said is you talk to them. And that's what I think we lack as men now. And even as professionals. Have the balls to tell somebody you don't like them. You understand? Like, don't hide it. And if you're hating, be honest with yourself, like what you just did. You self-reflected and said, you know what, I'm being a fucking hater. I should stop fucking crying about it and do something about it. And you did. But the key thing here is, how does that help you? And I want to tell the listeners, how does this help you? Being a hater and you being a dick to Tres Tristes Tigres and Mike Salazar, how does that help your career? Period. Nothing. By you separating yourself from the people that are making these huge moves, how the fuck does that benefit you?
Yeah, that's why I say being jealous is being stupid.
Exactly.
Because the other person doesn't even know.
Yeah, they have no clue.
They don't think on you.
No.
You know, like you go to bed and think, oh, these motherfuckers. And they go to bed and fuck.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, shit, I love my life. So
Exactly.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're
They don't
living
care.
their fucking
they don't
life.
Care. They don't care about haters.
Do you think that Bill Gates goes home, oh my God, I wonder how many people like me?
Yeah,
Bill Gates
why
doesn't
so
give a
many
shit.
people talking shit about Microsoft?
Fuck Apple.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit.
No, and I think it's when you get to a certain level of success, you kind of let things go and go, oh well. You don't look down. That's the saying.
Yeah.
Once you went up, don't look down. Don't look at what other people are doing down there. Look at what's going on upstairs. Wow. Okay. So now, don't worry, Franco. Don't worry. You're gonna make it. You stick with it, and one day you're gonna get there. Don't worry.
So.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm fucking with you.
I mean, I like the way comedians live in America. They are more like rock stars people.
Here?
Yeah. People love comedy, and when they see a comedian, they go bananas about
If he's good.
Yeah.
If he's not, they go around.
And in Mexico, we don't do that. People see me at airport. Hey, pinche Franco. Yo, okay.
So what you're saying is they don't treat you like a rock, so they treat you like a fucking...
They treat me like, yo, fucker, come on, tell a joke.
Hey,
yeah.
Dick, come here.
yeah, we're not rock stars. I mean, I don't need that, but
it would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. Like,
A
come
little
on,
respect.
let me sign a titty. Come on, just let me sign a titty one time.
Have you ever signed a titty?
Yeah, a man's titty.
No. I'm talking about...
Titty is a titty.
As a titty's a titty. A titty that you said, wow, this is a nice titty.
Yeah.
You never
No,
signed that?
some lady told me, like, 4 years ago, can you sign my
chest or
no the brasier,
the bra.
the bra? And I say, no, that will cause me problems with my wife, and I don't need that shit right now.
I'm just making it. You don't need
nah,
to.
because you're gonna post pictures about it. So I'm not falling for that.
Nowadays, especially here in the U.S., do not
sign the bra.
Don't sign shit. As a matter of fact, sign
Yeah,
the
just
upholstery.
let me shake your hand.
There
like,
you go.
Like a gentleman.
Yeah, let me wave at you. Fuck that. Let's not touch.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
just wave.
not touch each other. Just wave at each other.
Oh shit. Craziest thing that's happened in Mexico, because I know I speak to other comedians here in the US and go, why do you go there, bro? Aren't you scared?
Mexico?
Yeah, bro, they freaked the fuck out. When they knew I was going to Mexico City, when they knew I went to Monterrey, they knew I was going to Mexicali, they're like, why the fuck are you going, dude? You're gonna get shot. I had friends that just told me, no, I'm not going, fuck you, I'm not doing
But
this.
that's been dumb. Like I said, hey, are you in school? Yeah. Oh, watch out, man. You're going to get shot at school.
Oh, here in the US?
Yeah, you're going to say, dude, it's not like that. And well, it's not like that in Mexico.
But you never ran into any problems there?
Of course I
doing
did.
the shows?
Yeah.
But you understand that our problems and your problems are completely different, right? Ours is...
No, it's the same.
really?
Guns. Yeah.
So like, what kind of shit do you get into over there? That you go, fuck, we're going to have to deal with this today.
Okay,
I'm not saying now. Now you're mega superstar Franco. I'm talking about when you were grinding.
No. When I was working on radio,
Okay.
La Sabrosita is the name of the station. I was, ¿cómo dicen locutor?
A disc jockey, a radio disc jockey.
Yeah.
You were on the radio.
I have this show on radio, and we go out at 8 o'clock. So the zone where the radio was, it was a dangerous zone. Okay, so there's a lot of table dance.
Hold on. Explain to this. Again.
Okay, La Colonia, El Rumbo.
The neighborhood that
the neighborhood
where the radio station was located
was the radio
was a
station
very
was located.
dangerous neighborhood.
Not like too dangerous, but you know some shit goes down.
Yeah, it was Southgate. Maybe not Compton, but yeah, it was.
Okay. Yeah, so there was hookers on the street.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't know how you say it. The titty bars.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Table dance.
Yeah, or a strip club, yeah.
Okay, a strip club. Okay, yeah, titty bar is like a ghetto way to say it. Okay.
It's in Oklahoma. Titty bars in Oklahoma.
I'm so sorry. Okay, the strip bar.
Okay, the strip club.
The strip club. So there was this strip club on the corner, and you cross the corner, and there's the radio station. All right?
Okay.
So one night, me and this colleague, he's a comedian and also works at the radio.
That's a disc jockey.
No, he's just
An employee.
yeah.
Okay.
We're partners in the radio show.
Okay.
And he says to me, "Hey, can you give me a ride?" Yeah. My car is around the corner. And we saw two guys on this old Volkswagen Bochito. How do you call the Beetle? But not the Beetle.
The old Beetle.
Yeah, the old Beetle, the shitty one.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
bug.
The Volkswagen. So
Yeah.
these guys drop off and start shooting at the door of this strip club. Yeah.
Whoa. So they get off the bug
Like a drive-by,
like a drive-by.
but like a walk drive-by.
Okay.
See,
They got off the car.
They got off the car and start shooting.
inside the strip club.
Only the door.
Only
But
the
the
door.
doorman was outside, so he gets all the shots.
Now, are you watching this?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand? That's traumatizing. That's shit that some people might just fucking go, fuck, I can't live here anymore. Like, this is ridiculous.
The
Like,
first two shots, I mean, the first one, I thought it was cohetes.
Fireworks. Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck? They're
it
fireworks.
was fireworks.
Bam, the second one, and I go, shit, those are shots.
Uh-huh.
And I turned my head to that direction, and I saw this guy letting the finish one.
The final round.
The final round.
Uh-huh.
And he started running to the Volkswagen, and they...
That was waiting
Yep. They went
and
on.
took off.
I can only see the legs of the doorman. And it was... I saw him moving it. And I start to freaking out. And my friend says, hey, let's call the police. And then I say, fuck it, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't know if these guys are gonna come back and make sure if they finish the job. So let's fuck
The fuck out of here.
let's get the fuck out of here. And I drive like a lunatic, like I kill it. No mames, lo mataron. And I dropped this guy at his home, and I went to my home. As soon as I get in the house, my wife was like, "What's wrong?" And I, "What's wrong with what? Your face. You look scared." And I said, "I'm scared as fuck." And I told her, and she was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
why are you here? Why are you, I don't know, at the hospital getting treated?" I mean, I didn't get any shot. I just get a shot in my mind because I can't stop thinking of the legs of this man. This was
Shaking.
for a year. I went to bed and I saw this man. So yeah, we live some hard stuff in Mexico, but it's not like all day, every day.
One of the things that they brought to my attention as I was traveling in Mexico and performing out there, they said, "Listen, be careful when you get paid. You don't know if these guys are gonna have." Has that ever happened where they pay you and then they set it up so they can rob you later? The same promoters?
No, that never happened to me. And
It's not something common
No,
that
no,
happens
no.
in Mexico or anything.
I
like
was
that.
trying to remember if some colleagues said, they do that to me. No.
And we talked about this yesterday about the cartels. Do they ever bother you guys?
No, that's. I mean,
I understand you're not Rockstar, so nobody gives a shit about you guys. So
they don't give a shit about comedians.
No, that's okay.
Maybe they went to big singers, banda singers, or,
Yeah.
but they don't care about comedians.
Can I ask you a question?
Thank God they don't care about us.
Yeah, right. Fuck, ignore us.
And I'm glad, and I
Yeah.
say, okay, my respect for you, gentlemen. You do your business, I do mine.
Because you never, I've never ever heard you, of all the years I've known you, I've never heard you refer to them or talk about them or reference them in anything.
Yeah, because I'm not stupid.
Exactly. So people that talk about them are gonna get picked up, right?
I mean, I don't know if they se enteran.
You don't know if they would ever find out.
Yeah, I don't know if they find
I
out.
think if you did it,
I
they
don't
would-
want. I don't want to be the one who they find out. I mean, I don't praise them because I know they are doing some bad things to people. But I mean, if I don't exist for them, they don't exist for me. I don't want any trouble. I'm just doing my job.
And that's what I kept telling my colleagues here. I said, look, if I mind my own business, I'm pretty sure they're gonna mind their own business.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no reason why they should come fuck with me, and that's something I've always lived by. Look,
They got a lot of work. They don't need more work.
yeah, they don't need to kill more people.
For the
or-
fucking pepitas we used to pay. I mean, no, that's not money for them.
But I also behave. You understand? Like when we've been in Mexico together, it's not, you've seen me. We'll hang out together. I hang out with friends, but it's not like I go, hey, let's go with these fucking hookers and let's go get coked out and let's go get drunk. You're not that kind of person. But even myself, you're not my dad. You're not going to tell me don't do that. You're going to go, well, do whatever you want to do. You're a grown man.
Yeah.
But I make a conscious decision to stay close to you, stay close to people that know me. Why the fuck am I going to go wander around Monterrey or Mexico City when nobody's asking me to do that?
We had a say in Mexico, in Monterrey, no le rasque los huevos al león.
Say it in English now.
In English, it's going to be like, you don't scratch the balls to the lion.
You don't scratch the lion's balls.
Okay, you don't scratch the lion's balls.
Because I don't fuck gonna turn around.
So, you saw a lion, you go other direction.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just start feeling like, hey, little buddy, are you friendly? Can I scratch your balls? Because you're gonna get bite. That's simple.
Don't fuck with the
Yeah, don't
fucking
fuck with the
lion.
lions.
The lion's chilling. Leave him
Yeah,
alone.
he's doing his shit. You do your shit, and you'll be fine.
One of the people that you remind me so much of is Russell Peters.
Okay.
And I told you about Russell. When I met Russell, and he still is, man, one of the greatest guys out there in the business. Very humble, like has no ego, very down to earth, very busy. But the guy's always been nice to, it doesn't matter what level of comedy you're in, he treats you just like everybody else.
He's a nice guy.
Very nice. And I asked him, I said, why are you so nice? Like, you don't have to be this nice. Like, you're beyond nice. Like, you go extra. Like, you do more than you don't have to. And he says, because all of this ends.
Yeah.
And I said, do you really think that? Do you think you're ever going to end? You think you're ever going to go back to nothing? And he's like, every day. So you have to behave. You have to be a nice person.
And also, you have to be nice.
No, I get that, but do
And
you get...
He understands that.
You know...
Why should I be an asshole?
Yeah.
I'm getting a good life.
Yeah.
He's getting money.
Yeah.
He has his little girl.
Yeah.
He has his girlfriend. So
yeah.
of
Life
course
is good
he's
for
nice.
him.
Life is good for him.
Hey.
He's got to be good for life.
They say that the money just amplifies who you truly are inside.
I agree.
You are already an asshole. You're just broke. So you hold yourself back because you're broke. Because you understand, well, I can't say that. That's my boss. But when you become the boss, when you have to answer to nobody.
There's a lot of people like that.
That's when you really show your true colors.
Yeah.
When you don't have to answer to nobody. You answer to Franco.
Yeah.
Yourself. And that's it. So
Well, I got my wife and my kids.
yeah.
I answer to them.
No, we all answer to our kids.
But my kids don't give a shit how many people clapped to me yesterday. Hey, we want ice cream.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck
Your
you.
fucking
Go,
class.
go for ice cream. Ice cream. Come on.
But okay, so at that moment, the person you are will amplify and go, you know what? Fuck you. I have money. I don't need to take you to go get ice cream. Patas, go take the kids for ice cream.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? But you can say no. All right, get in the car. Let's all go for ice cream.
Yeah.
So you are there. You are a wealthy person now. So you should have a reason to be an asshole, and you're not an asshole.
I'm an asshole to the los empresarios.
All the producers.
Yeah, because producers are fucking sharks, man.
They're always trying to just get a nickel out of
they
you.
want to buy it from you, and they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
So you have to be an asshole to them. Like, I'm gonna talk to you. You talk to my manager. You talk to my rep. You talk to my lawyer. I don't want any trouble. You stay away the fuck on me. Yeah, yeah. I'm scared of that guys. Yeah.
Because there's
Those guys, yeah,
those
yeah.
guys. Do you ever fear like it's gonna end? Do you ever
course.
have those thoughts?
Every day.
Why?
Because
I don't get why you guys.
it's logic. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. It sounds a little cheesy, but it's true. There's always a curve, you know. You start getting up, and then you maintain some level, and the logic says you're gonna go down.
But who determines that level?
I don't know. Maybe the audience.
Do you feel that there's still more that you're still climbing?
Yeah.
And is it because you set yourself in those goals? Meaning, do you propose those things to yourself and say, "This
Yeah, because
is why
I keep
need to-"
moving. I mean, we did a theater for 1,000 people, and some people say we did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we
It's
reached our
the top. Yeah.
and I say, okay, let's do it for 2,000. But let's do it in another country. We went to Colombia and we sold out 1,300 people in Colombia, and I was crying in my dressing room like, fuck, this is another country. And we went to Peru and we sold out 1,000 people, and we came to the US and we sold out. So there's always a bigger fish, there's always a bigger audience, there's always a better comedian. So you keep moving.
But so why would it ever end?
Because it has to. I mean, I say this when we start this podcast, the failure is always an option. If you believe that you can't fail, you're gonna fail. So you have to be humble and think, this is not gonna last forever. I need to be smart. I need to invest my money. I need to restrain myself to go shopping like a crazy man. And I want 3
Corvette,
cars.
yeah.
Why do you want 3 cars? You can only drive one at a time. So get 1 car, and when you get bored, you get another car. Because there's people who work the whole year so they can buy a new car. So don't be an asshole. Don't waste your money like that. I really believe that if you spend your money on your family, it's not wasted.
It's an investment.
Yeah, and
And
I try to make some memories for my kids. They don't see me a lot, So we're now here in LA. You're going to Disney, bro. That's it. And I'm gonna buy the VIP tickets. And what do you want? You want those churros? Come on, eat those
churros, bro.
Yeah,
Look at you, big baller.
that's big money.
That's
right there.
$150, right?
Yeah,
in Disney?
you want those churros? Come on, eat those churros. Because Papa got you.
Yeah. But see, that's something I've told my wife. When I hit 40, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I saw my little girl.
How old are you right now?
I'm 41.
Damn, bro. That's a dangerous year.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
heard in Mexico.
we
In Mexico,
believe that
it makes
you
it
became
41.
gay at 41.
Oh, dude, I did that when I was 36. So I'm way ahead of the curve. I'm way ahead of Mexico. You know us in the U.S., bro. You know,
You're
we start
ahead of
early.
your time. You're a visionary.
I'm a visionary. I prepare myself.
Okay, yeah. Prepare your anus.
So I told my wife, you know what? I made a decision in life. It's not going to be about the money because it doesn't matter how much money or how much time I sacrifice from you guys. At the end of the day, whatever success I might gain, I'm going to use all that success and all that money just to get back the love I could have got for free when she was a kid.
Yeah.
So I made a conscious decision that I won't sacrifice my family for my career if I don't have to. Meaning if I have to, I have to. I understand. But knowing and consciously knowing I got to get back and make up. I look at it like a bank account. Every time I spend time with them, I'm putting money in the bank. And I know eventually I'm going to be able to cash that out and tell my daughter, I always loved you. And she's going to say, yes, you have.
And there's still a chance your daughter, my kids, in 20 years from now, they're going to say, yeah, my daddy was a good daddy, but I didn't want this house. I didn't want the money. I just want my daddy. Fuck you.
While they're sitting in their Mercedes.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to the spa
It's
now.
so easy to cry at a Mercedes, you bitch.
What's next for Franco, bro? What can we expect and what do you want? What's your wish list?
I really, really want to perform in English. I really do, man. I mean, I know the people who's listening to this podcast and saying, yeah, no, you're not.
Oh, by the way, I'm not an asshole, by the way. If I'm correcting him, this is something he's asked
I
me.
asked Richard.
Don't listen to this podcast and go, what a fucking dick. Why is he interrupting him?
No.
Okay, so they know.
I say, Richard, please correct me on
Yes,
the spot.
on the
Because
spot,
I
yeah.
need to learn new words. I need to learn grammar. I need to learn how to speak properly. If one day I want to make people laugh, they need to understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, I'm not the best English teacher here, but I'm the only one. So fuck you if you're listening to this and going, well,
Don't worry, I'm gonna pay some professional.
yeah. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, but you speak better English than me, so that
Yeah.
makes you the one who knows.
There you go.
Yeah, so you need to know your place.
Exactly. I know my limitations.
Yeah,
I know my limitations.
And I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say this. The first time I went to Disneyland, this lady was such an asshole to me because I reserved spots on the restaurant so we can watch the parade, and this lady see the spots and say, I'm gonna sit here. And I said, excuse me, lady, this all my seats. This is my family. This is my first time in Disneyland. And she gave me the finger, and she told me, fuck off. Now, wow.
Now, wow, and then?
In Disneyland. So
The happiest place on earth.
Yeah, the happiest place on earth. So I saw this security guy. I went to him and I said, excuse me, sir, I don't speak a lot of English, but I have these seats. I pay for these seats, and this lady is planting herself in front of my seats so my kids can't see the parade. And I ask nicely, excuse me, lady, can you please move because my kids can't see the parade? And she gives me the bad finger and she told me, fuck off, beaner. And I don't know what beaner is, but it sounds like a curse word. And the girl say like, did she call you beaner? Yeah, is that a good thing? Oh, it's not. He said the word, no, it's not. Just give me a second. And they and he and his partner went to the lady. They grabbed it by the shoulders and they escort the lady to the exit. And she turns around and I was waving like, Fuck you.
Bye, Wiener. Bye, Wiener.
And the guard come back to me and he starts apologizing like, I'm so sorry, you have to hear that word. And I was like, is that a bad word? I mean, yeah, this is a racist word. And I was like, don't say that.
You were playing it up?
Yeah,
like,
man. Yeah, she didn't call me beaner, but I know that just to fuck off is not enough.
No.
You need to spice it up. So, lady, if you listen to this, fuck you. I won, bitch. I won.
That's a great story, bro.
Yeah, that's a true story.
That's a fucked up story, especially if it's your first time in Disney.
Yeah, but fuck her.
So what else? What else is next? So English. Listen, I can tell you this, and I've seen you do it.
I do a couple shows in English.
Yes.
The first time was in Vegas.
Yes.
Both times was with Fluffy.
With Fluffy, with
Yeah,
Gabriel,
Gabriel invited me, and it was the...
just nothing. Just the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Just the Staples Center. That's it. Just that.
Oh, that was awesome.
Bro, so his first time doing English in front of an audience was at the Staples Center.
No, the first time was at the Mirage Casino.
Oh, that's right. When you guys did the crossover.
Yeah, we did the crossover.
So yeah, people.
The second time was
the
Staples Center. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Oh, excuse me.
I don't want to be an asshole. First time was just the Mirage. The Mirage Casino in Vegas.
Yeah, some just little rinky-dinky Gabriel Iglesias show. Sorry if that's where you're learning your English comedy.
It was awesome, bro. I really feel that adrenaline running to my whole body, and I was excited because when I perform, I mean, I wrote my jokes. I try to memorize, but I'm trying to always tell them a little different every night, so I don't get bored.
Mm-hmm.
If I say the jokes exactly the same way,
in the same order,
it's gonna be boring to me, and people are gonna notice. If the comedian is boring, the people can't tell.
Yeah,
so
that's just what we call he's mailing it in, meaning you're just going through the motions.
Okay.
You're not putting any passion to it. It's like, okay, here's a joke, boom, boom.
Yeah, you're just reciting.
Yeah, reciting. Yeah.
So in English, I don't have this way to improvise because I only know a few words. So if I don't want to tell in exactly the same way, I need synonymous.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se dice?
Sinónimos.
The different word, same meaning.
Different words, same meaning, like cool and like gay and happy.
Yeah.
Gay and happy.
How do you call that? Synonymous?
Fuck, I don't know, bro.
You're the worst English teacher.
I said it before we continued. I don't know every fucking
Okay,
name,
so
but
I can't improvise.
You cannot improvise. You can't use different words. I was mad. I was pissed. I was angry.
Exactly.
You see how I just did?
Yeah.
I can do that. You can't.
Yeah, and I can do it in Spanish.
You can do it in Spanish very
But
well.
not in English. And I feel so desperate, and I start to tartamudear, como dicen?
I start stuttering.
Stuttering, and I feel nervous, and I start to go deep in quicksand.
So do you feel like your accent starts getting thicker and
Of
thicker?
course,
when
yeah.
you're up
I'm
there?
start to talking like a cholo from a TV show, like, and you know what I mean, señorita? Yeah, it's fucked up. man.
Spanglish. We call it
Yeah.
Spanglish here.
Oh, that's my intimidating voice when I'm in LA.
Which one?
When I feel like I'm getting a little, I don't know, hate from the people who's attending me, I start speaking like, hey, you know who am I? And they start like, fuck, I don't know if this guy is from the nephew of Spider or some shit like that.
He's from gang in East
So,
LA.
yeah,
that's
so
gonna
I'm
come
start talking like
like a cholo.
blood in, blood out.
Yeah, like a gangster.
Like a
an
gangster.
East LA gangster.
Yeah, so it's lost, and now I feel more secure, and people start getting afraid. So that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm just glad that your open mics are with Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, my
Fucking
open
asshole.
mic in the Staples Center.
Okay, so now I know how everybody feels when you put me at the Microsoft Theater. They go, this piece of shit. But you
Yeah, I feel like people was like, oh, another opener. And I'm so sorry. I do want to see Gabriel, but he gave me a 10 minutes, and I got this. I got to do it.
But you're grateful, right? You're grateful
Yeah,
for that.
it was beautiful.
Yes, of course.
People laugh, people clap, and I feel like okay,
I didn't suck that bad.
Yeah, I didn't suck. So
So
that's good.
That's good.
That's good. That's for other comedians who are listening to this podcast. You're gonna suck a lot of times.
Yes.
So when you not suck, it feels great. And then someday you notice that you're not sucking like 2 weeks ago, and you're on a good streak. So you feel like, hey, I can do this. And when you think you really, really understand comedy, you're gonna suck again.
Yes.
You have to. You have to. Everyone sucks.
Films? Would you like to do films?
Yeah, I love to, but I have a lot of respect for the
The
profession.
art? For the art, yeah, profession.
See, so I'm trying to take lessons because I don't want to be an improvised actor. I need to understand what a director expects to me. And I have this little gig I'm gonna do in this Mexican movie. It's just a cameo, but I really want to start doing some works. And people are like, dude, I can give you a better role. And I, no, I need a small one. So if I fucked up, people doesn't hate the movie. I don't want that kind of responsibility. Yeah, I don't need that on my shoulders. So just let me be 2 lines, and that's it. Because I work in doblaje, ¿cómo se dice?
Dub work.
Dub work, yeah.
Yeah, voiceover.
I worked at voiceover in Wi-Fi Ralph.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
You were in that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
For the Mexican version,
Oh, okay.
Latino version.
I always hear that those are much more entertaining than the English version. That you guys get away with murder. Like, you guys can go and say all sorts of shit and double entendres, like double meaning.
From adults.
Adults.
Sorry.
Yeah. They need to have fun, too. So.
Yeah, but my role was really, really small.
Nothing wrong with that. It's good because... Let me tell you, I've seen Gabriel's career, and I don't know what his game plan was, but I think the way he's executed the whole way he's been to this point has been great. He's dabbled into everything. He's been in Magic Mike. But never as the main character. Even with
He wasn't Magic Mike?
He was in Magic Mike. He was the drug dealer. He was the guy that...
Ah, okay. I thought he was dancing. I was like, damn. Damn, Gabriel, don't do that, bro.
He really must be needing the money.
You're going to cock block the whole audience.
Andy Reeves wins heavyweight champion. Now he thinks he can be on Magic Mike. But now he has his own sitcom where it's on his shoulders now. This is up to him.
Yeah, this is up to him.
But he worked himself up to it. He was on Cristel Alonso's.
But he was always the I used to
mirror.
watch that show. Cristela.
Okay.
I like Cristela.
Oh, nice. What did you think of the show? It was a good show?
Yeah. They canceled, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, they did cancel. They canceled the show, and for me,
I love it.
I always root for these shows because I want them to succeed. Honestly, because that sets me up.
I used to watch Eugenio at Rob.
At Real Rob.
Real Rob.
Oh yeah, Real
and
Rob.
They canceled it too.
Yeah, they canceled.
We Latinos are bad luck. Don't hire me. If you want the TV show goes to 6 seasons, you only at season 7 you start hiring Latinos because shit's gonna go
I need
down.
to diversify this shit.
Yeah.
Well, bro, thank you very much for this interview. Is there
man, honored.
anything you want to add, bro?
How many times we spoke in English?
How many times we spoke in English?
Yeah.
The whole thing? Oh, yeah. How long have you been
how long?
speaking?
Yeah.
An hour and 13 minutes.
Damn, that's my personal best.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I did this English interview in Hawaii because they got a mistake. They saw a flyer of a comedian in this radio show say, oh, so the show is in English. They called my manager, can we get an interview? Yeah. And they start interviewing me. So the show is going to be in English, right? And I was like, nope.
Wait, how long was the interview that you're, an hour later? No, it's going to be
No, it was 15 minutes.
15 minutes being interviewed.
And I was checking the watch all the time because me estaba quedando sin palabras.
I was running out of words.
I was running out of words. I was really worried, like, oh shit, I don't have any words. The only words left are curse words. And we're live. But that was awesome. Now we got an hour.
No, we're setting records, bro. Now you're at 14,
Okay.
so now you're just being fancy.
Take that, Miss Robinson.
Would you want to
That's
do
my English teacher.
Would you
in high
do a
school.
podcast in English?
I would love to, but I need to learn English first.
All right.
Yes, but I'm gonna do it. I mean, I start a lot of projects. Always are keeping my mind busy, and some of those projects never saw the daylight. Some of them they get canceled. We're not doing it anymore.
You move them to the side, or
Yeah,
you just
but-
put them.
That's what Mesa Reñona starts. Only a dream with 3 friends. Maybe someday I can have my own English podcast, and people is gonna say like, "Hey, I can't understand the 50% what he's saying. He's doing good.
That's
Let's give it
50%.
5 years."
Yeah, you just gotta skip every other word.
Yeah,
Franco. Don't
yeah.
worry about it. You'll get the gist of it.
Maybe I can get a translator. I got a lot of English performer friends,
Yeah.
and they are, come on, let's do something together, and I can do nothing with you, bro. Because,
We're fucked, bro.
yeah, we're far. We need a translator, an interpreter.
Anything Mesa Reñona, guys, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a show completely in Spanish. I'm letting you
Yeah.
guys know now. But it's a weekly show every Monday where Franco and all of his friends sit around and talk about current issues, anything that's trending on the news, anything that's happening. Very entertaining. It's a 2-hour show, right?
2 hours, yeah, sometimes 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. So
We call it programa de mierda, shitty program, shitty show, because we don't have a script.
no, but watch it. Every individual in that table is a character on its
Yeah.
own. And Franco's just the conductor. He just says, "All right, now you, and now
Yeah.
you, and now you, and I'm
Yeah,
fucking."
they make Mesa Reñona funny. I just the one who's
You're the conductor that goes, "Okay, let Chris read."
Yeah. Mole, start talking about shit.
Somebody go wake up Checo Mejorado. He
Yeah.
fell asleep.
Yeah, that's it.
Where the fuck? Poncho fucking up again. Get over
Yeah,
here.
That's the way we do. And now we have a restaurant called Mesa Reñona.
That's right.
and
the
that's a comedy
club.
bar.
That's a comedy bar.
And we are presenting comedy from all of the country.
All of Latin America and all of Mexico. Because you just had a Colombia, Loquillo.
Loquillo went to,
Which
it
I'm a
was
fan
our
of, yeah.
first international show directly from Medellin, Colombia, and people go crazy about him, and he killed the audience that night.
I saw the standing ovation online.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking
And
great.
that's really hard to accomplish in Mexico.
Especially in Monterrey, I hear, because there's so much competition. That
Yeah.
you got the best of the best every single night
Exactly.
for an hour. And let me tell you guys, if you're wondering what's a comedy club like in Mexico, there's 3 hours. Each comedian does 1 hour. That's the show.
Yep.
Here, we're different. Here is an hour and a half show. Comedians open up. One does 10 to 15 minutes. The other one does 20 to 25. And then the headliner does 45 to an hour.
Yep.
Total of an hour and a half. You guys said, fuck it, 3 hours?
An opener is performing an hour in Mexico.
Exactly.
An opener. I mean, when you got some rookie doing his first steps, he performs 45 minutes, half hour. But I mean,
In the beginning.
the really new guy. Next week you need an hour. The audition is gonna be half an hour. Only the audition.
Wow, to
Yeah.
audition. See,
Yeah.
this is next level shit, bro. Here, maybe because we're so saturated and we have so many, we get 10 minutes, 8. Hurry the hell fuck
That's
off.
awesome,
Get the
man.
fuck off.
You can change your show every week.
Yes, but but this is the thing is
They don't.
No, they don't. You know why? Because sometimes you need to develop that joke too.
Yeah.
You can't fucking do 10 minutes now and then, okay, tomorrow come back with another 10 minutes. Like, bitch, I haven't even mastered these 10 minutes. Like, I haven't fucking punched these up yet. Let me punch these up. So-
Yeah, that's the fucked up part of being a comedian. Because when I'm on tour, I do the same show. It's a 2-hour show. And at the end of the year, I need a new show.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow, I just learned how to say this show, and now it's obsolete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's write another one.
It's not that bad. You can sell it to Netflix again.
Yeah, you can sell it
Make
on
a ton of
Netflix.
money. Here.
Yeah,
It's not that bad. I wouldn't be that sad about it.
I am vendido. Soy un vendido.
Yeah. Well, listen, we can go on and on. Any social media sites that people?
Yeah, people can follow me on Twitter.
Okay.
Franco guion bajo. How do you say low guion?
Low dash.
I love that. It's FRANCO low dash ESCA.
Okay.
Oh shit. And Franco Escamilla on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
If you don't know this guy, you have to know him. Even if you're just curious, you want to see what the Kevin Hart of Mexico looks like, go check him out. Guys, this is Richard Villa. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
Richard Villa Comedy presents
Speed. Want to try it again?
the Richard Villa Podcast. The Richard Villa Podcast.